Hey guys, this is Zishan Ahmad Khan, founder and CEO of Zimension, and today I'm really excited to announce a really mind-blowing feature, which is perhaps the most requested feature, the shooting mechanics. We have worked so well in making this functionality so easy that you just have to import the weapon and that's all. Your weapons are ready to shoot. And also you can define different elements to take damage and react to such weapons. And it's super simple. In just few clicks, you will be able to set up your entire game which has a shooting mechanics. So let's go right into it. Right. So first I'll go to Zimension3D.com. I'm gonna open the website. I can either click on start creating for free or login. I'll click here. So, okay guys, here is the dashboard. And to get started, I'll simply create a new world. Maybe select this particular template, name it shooting test Z. It will load all the templates from the world and add it to this. Yeah, so now the world is loaded. So what we're gonna do now is first just test it out, like how everything is working. Okay, so this is our player. You can see it's very super smooth. So now to add a gun mechanism, all you have to do is first we go to, of course, we have to go to editor. So to enable or add a shooting mechanism, what you need is a gun, right? And don't worry, we have filled our library with tons of guns. So I'll go to the newest and even select the category as weapons. So you will see there are like lots and lots of weapons over here, right? So let me select something super classic. Let's go with this AK-47. I'll place this gun somewhere in the world. And that's it. I'll just show you the settings. Like, even though this gun is added from the library, it will have all the necessary properties, but I'll just show you what exactly is happening under the hood. So you'll see this option of weapon will be checked on, and you can select the class of the rifle. I can select as pistol or rifle, and I can adjust the gun point, configure damage, fire rating, fire rate, range, capacity, accuracy, reload time, and whatnot, and even the trail of the shoot. So maybe it should be more like yellowish. Okay, and you're sorted. Your gun is ready to be used. Let's try it out. Okay, so now I'll go near the gun, and it automatically tells you that this is a pickable item. And once I pick it up, you can see my character is holding the gun, and I'm able to shoot it. Okay. I'll also show you how do I can adjust couple of different things in the gun. So I'll select the gun. Okay. You can adjust the like how the character is holding the gun. You can also adjust the fire point. So for now example, the fire point is misplaced somewhere. I'll snap to 90-degree. Okay. The fire point is adjusted. And before testing it out, let me make this guy react to the shot. So for that, for any item to react with a gunshot or any sort of attack, all you have to do is toggle this damage setting, and that's all. And you can define what happens when the object or enemy get hit, and what happens when the health is reduced, or that particular thing is destroyed or died. So for hit, let me create an event, hit enemy, and I'll click new, so it will add this event. And then on dead, I'll add uh, a guy dead. Okay, I'll again create new, so it's gonna add those events over here. And to make this guy react to the gun, all I can do is click on this guy, and let's add some animation. So right now it is standing in idle position, so I'll click on animation action. I will add animation playback, play on event, and on which event? On hit enemy, it should perform head hit operation like this. Okay, yeah, and this should not loop. It should just happen once when I hit him. And let me add our on dead functionality, guy dead, and instead of waving, let me put this dying animation. Okay, this will happen once. And all right, so let's test it out. Also, I'll add one more gun. You just have to see how simple it is to add a gun, right? I'll just select on the newest and let me add another gun, which should be classic M4. Okay. And as I mentioned, everything will be adjusted precisely. Even if I open fire adjust point, since this gun is taken from library, everything is automatically sorted, even the damage, fire rate, everything. So I'll go click on play. All right, so our character is here. Now let me pick up this latest gun, and it's that simple. I can literally shoot the guy is reacting. You have coded nothing, you have never written a single line of code here, and still you are able to shoot him. And after a couple of shots, you can see the dying animation is played and the enemy died. So in this way you can pretty much set up your entire game. You can add multiple enemies, place them anywhere, or roaming here and there, and you can shoot them and kill. And let me try to pick up this another machine gun. See, even the shooting point has been fixed, so I'm able to shoot. Now let us see how this looks in first person. So if I press T, since it has a functionality where you can play both first person and third person, this is how it will look like. And if you're wondering why the guy is not taking damage, because in the game program the guy is dead, because the on dead event has already been triggered. But this is like how the first person will look like. Let me switch this gun again. We right now we support only two classes, one which is a rifle and a pistol. So let me add a pistol and show you like how that looks like. And this time let's increase the health of our player. Not player, basically the NPC. So if you see closely, we have health power, which is set to 100. So let's make it like 1,000 so that we can keep hitting this guy. And let me add a pistol. Again, I'll choose weapon, and you can see there are a lot of pistols. And let me filter with the newest ones. So yeah, we'll add this pistol. And let us also add a Uzi, like a machine gun, just for fun. Yeah, I used to like this gun a lot when I was playing GTA 5. So let's see whether the adjustments are good. So you can see the fire rate is very high. Damage can be, slightly less, very less. And capacity, yeah, it's good. The range is good. Everything is good. Let's make this thing like, orangish or something. All right. Now let's try this thing out. Okay. So let me pick up pistol. So this is the pistol animation. You can jump and still shoot. You can even reload the gun. Right now the ammo system is not there, like you have to collect ammos or you're depleted with the ammos. Right now there are unlimited ammos, but soon we're gonna add a functionality where you can define how much ammo a particular player has for a particular gun. So let me pick up this submachine gun. Yeah. Now it is, I think the class which is selected here is rifle. So instead of doing that, let me change the class to pistol. That way it will look even better. So I'll select the submachine gun and I'll change the class from rifle to pistol. That this way it will behave like, a proper pistol where player is handling it like a pistol with, just one hand. Now it's looking more. Let's see how it looks in first. Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's how easy it is to add a shooting mechanism. On the other hand, let's say you want to make a multiplayer game where you can shoot your different players and get more points. So I'm gonna demonstrate that. I'll open uh, my another computer, which is a MacBook, and basically open this same link. So first we have to publish this. Let me just name it like this, and yeah, make the world public. The world is public. Okay, it's already public. Yeah. So I'll share the link from here. Okay. And in 1 minute, I'll just open it on another device. Also, we have to turn on a very important setting to make it work multiplayer, and that is I'll go to world setting and then I'll click here and I just have to turn on this multiplayer, and this will automatically detect whether there is a shooting mechanism enabled or not, and based on that it will make sure we can kill other players. So I'll again publish it and I'm going to join this from a different device. So initially it's going to give me choice to select every single player, even from my characters to all the characters from the library. So let me select something interesting. What shall I select? Um, there are like a lot of them, and basically it's all the characters available in the library. Let me select this bald guy. Okay, we are here, and I'll be shortly joining from this other computer. It's apparently loading. So let me pick up any weapon. And basically, this is the NPC, and this is not we're targeting. We are expecting other player coming online, and we are able to shoot that other player. So, all right, guys. I think the other player is here. Oh, you can see me. That's basically the other player. And let him grab some weapon. So you can see the player had killed us. Now let us kill him back. All right, so now let us kill him. So you will see there will be different sort of hits, and once you kill the player, it will show that you have literally killed the player. Now, okay, the player must have respawned somewhere outside, and that's how you can, play multiplayer. So, yeah, that was this easy. We also had a game where, we also have this game where we only allowed only low poly players. So you can, there is a way where you can decide which play from amongst all the library characters and your characters, which sort of players a player can choose. So if you see, there are like a very limited options over here. So I can take any player. There are like a lot of different guns. Okay, let me join this with another device. Now you can see the other player has arrived. So let me. Okay, I just killed this player. Now the player has respawned somewhere else. Let me kill him again. This is basically a low poly world that we have built. Let me take the revenge from the other side. Okay, here you are. I'll shoot you in the face. That's me. We even have the kill cam. So all these things are readily available in Zimension, and you can start making your own games right now. So a lot of you must be wondering, what if I wanna add my own weapon, or I have the 3D model of my own weapon? How I would use it in Dimension as a weapon in shooting mechanics? So answer is very simple. So for you guys, I have created this amazing 3D model, and I think it's a very basic one. It looks like a gun. Let me just scale down it a little bit. Yeah, maybe now it is, something that a guy can hold and looks like a gun. My 3D skills are not that good, but let me export it. uh, glb2 my gun, and let's import this inside Zimension. Upload file. All right, so this is how our gun is appearing. So for this, maybe I think the one thing I can do is, first of all, scale it down a little bit to original weapon. And to make your custom model as a weapon in shooting mechanism in Dimension, the process is very simple. So for that, all I have to do is click on weapon, and it will ask me like what sort of weapon it is. Like, is it a melee weapon or it's a gun? So I'll select gun. And is it like a pistol or a rifle? So in my case, it's more like a pistol, so I'll keep it pistol. Then the main part. First of all, I want to adjust like where is the shooting point of the gun, like from where, which point from the gun, and in which direction the bullets will be fired. So I'll click here. You can see the gun and the shooting point is way off. So let me adjust them. So first I'll just keep the shooting point in the location, and I'll rotate it. So in this case, snapping to 90-degree should be the right thing. Okay, now let me put it closer to this opening. Yeah, now it looks very pretty much centered. If I click on apply, now the work is half done. The only important thing that you have to do is make this item pickable, and make the adjustment of this item inside the hand of avatar, like avatar. So let me click on this adjust. So right now you can see, the gun is pretty much off the hand. So I'll rotate it and place it. So if the geometry is centered properly before exporting from any 3D software, that can very much help it. Okay, now it looks decent enough. Let me apply, and let's see. Okay, so our gun is here. When I go near it, it's asking me to pick my gun. And yes, the gun is right in our hand. You can see it is shooting, can run, we can reload, and let's see how it looks in first person. It's pretty bad though, but yeah, you can have your own sort of design and make them work in Zimension. So let me show you what happens if we don't like adjust the things correctly. Like what if we did not adjust the right positions? So let me move this pickable hand to uh, you know with some offset and rotate it like this, like the gun is pointing on this side. And for adjusting the fire point, instead of putting it accurately, I'll just keep it somewhere in this direction, and also rotate it like this. Okay, now if I pick it up, you will see a very messed up gun actions. Can see, like, you can see how the gun is holding from where the fire shot is coming. So these sort of adjustments are really important, but this way you can add any of your weapon. So basically, to limit the characters, all you have to do is go to avatar setting. Since you have turn on this option of limited characters, it will only show users while they join this world the characters that you have selected for this. So for example, here you can see there are check boxes. So whatever checkbox you click, that those characters will only be available for other players to choose from. So let me add this guy over here. All right, so let's save it and let's try it out. So now you can see there are only selected characters. I think only 6 that we have chose, and you can select any one of them. So let me select this guy. Yeah, you can see. And like whoever is joining this multiplayer game will only be able to select this particular character. So yeah, that's like all about the new features. Let me also show you web GPU thing. This is also not relevant to shooting, but something that enhances the performance in some devices. So to do that, I'll go to world setting, go over here and just click enable web GPU, and let me add some post processing. So you can see we are enabling bloom over here, and all those things which are brighter will probably shine. I'll increase the intensity a bit, and let me add some fog over here. So let us add some fog and play. All right, so you can see it's looking very great. The visuals are good, shooting mechanism is working. So let me show you a very basic mechanism that you can do, maybe like a barrel blast or something. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we'll add maybe a barrel, and let's assume like this is an explosive barrel. To make an amazing effect, let me first scale it down a bit, and on damage, let us create some amazing transition, where it's getting hit. So, so let us scale it a bit, a very minute scale, and add a transition where it scale from point 1 to point state 1 to state 2 like this, and not in loop, and only trigger this when a event called barrel hit triggers. And what we'll do is on damage, we'll trigger this event barrel hit, and on die, let us trigger. Let's create an event called explode. You can name it anything. And on explode, essentially what we'll do is we'll make this item disappear. So okay, I think the explode event is not created. Okay, so why it's not up? Yeah, now the event is here. And on explode, we will do we have spears? Let me find. Yeah, so we have like this spear. This looks good. And what we'll do is this will just expand super quick. First of all, we'll make sure the color is, like an explosion or something. So let us make it yellow, like bright yellow color. And it should be like, like huge. So the state 1 is here. Let's make the state 2 like this. And again, we'll create a transition on event. It should trigger on explode, or maybe explode emit, whatever. And it should go from state initial state to this state in a blink of a second, like this, not in loop. Okay, and this should appear on explode event. Okay, and it should disappear after this event. So blast disappear, and this should happen maybe like after I'll add in logic where it starts from explode emit, and after 0.3 seconds it will emit blast disappear. So after 0.3 seconds of explode emit, it will disappear the blast. Let me add this here, and I guess the events are set. So basically, once we hit the barrel, it will show some animation, and when it explodes, it will make the barrel disappear and make the explosion thing appear. And let us see whether we have set it up. So we have this barrel. This disappears on explode. And what about explode emit, right? So we'll add another logic where after the barrel explode, right after it, after 1 second, it's gonna emit this event called explode emit. Okay, so let's see this thing in action. All right, we have done one mistake, like we have forgot to make an appear event for this explosion, but you can see the effect is still there. Let me reconfigure things. So actually there was one issue where I have added the events on the on collide functionality, but it should be on appear and disappear. So this explosion should appear on explode and should start animating with explode emit. Yeah, that is set up pretty well. And then this should disappear on blast disappear, just like that. And yeah, this should work now. Let me take the pistol. Yeah, a very simple effect. So this way you can use your creativity and create something really amazing with shooting mechanism. And you know how simple it is right now to create the games where you can shoot and have guns and all those things. And what about melee weapon? So even for that, process is pretty simple. So let us add a weapon which can be used as a melee weapon. Let me select this dagger. Okay, and for that we have to click on here, make it as a weapon, select melee, and I think these settings are irrelevant, and we can decide the damage done by each stroke. And most importantly, we have to add the pickable setting, where we'll just adjust this sword in the hand like this, maybe twist it a little bit. Okay, looks great. And let's see. Now you can attack your enemies or any object. Now you can, like, see, it's working. Even to this guy. So this is how you can add melee and shooting action. So for more updates, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep making the videos where I will be explaining very different features and all the new updates from Zimension. And stay tuned. So until next time, see you.